Ladies and gentlemen, Lord Aaron here of the Aaron Gaming Network, and welcome back to Fallout 4. It is now time for the Far Harbor DLC. The Atomic Blonde and Curie were just chilling out, but now it is time to get to work. Now some of you may be asking, Lord Aaron, Almighty One. Okay, so it's working. Why is the Atomic Blonde back in her vault suit? Well, I have a tradition. Whenever I start DLC, there is one thing that Lord Aaron knows, and he knows it well, and that's there's going to be a bunch of new items, there's going to be a bunch of new armor, and there's going to be a whole bunch of new things to collect in the DLC, and I do not want to be weighted down. So, what I have done is quite simple. I still have some of my weapons, because I will need them. I've dropped my weight down considerably, as you can see, and all she has is her vault suit. I hope that this isn't a mistake, because its defense is terrible. This does, unfortunately, mean some of my stats have gone down, but I still have 15. How the heck do I have 15 perception? Oh, yeah, see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah. It must be nighttime. 13, so my stats still ain't that bad, so we should be all right. So, without further ado, unfortunately, even though we just got her, I have to get Curie out of here, because the thing about Far Harbor is Nick Valentine needs to go, and I'll just leave it at that. For those of you who don't know, you will see what I am talking about, but you definitely want to take Nick Valentine if you care about story and stuff like that. There is no one else in the world to take to this place. Is that the only, I thought I found a couple of, there it is. Okay, there's medicine. Boy, I haven't found too many of these, huh? There we go. Alright, we got the first row done. Only a few more to go. Curie's kind of hot. I give her some armor, too. I want to travel with her and Strong. But, there's just too many companions in this game. But Far Harbor has its own armor and things, and I like to just try to collect everything. But I believe the Atomic Blonde stats are good enough to... Alright.
How exciting!
Curie, I love you, sweetie, but I can't take you to Far Harbor with me. It's gotta be Nick. So to start Far Harbor, we're going to talk to Nick's assistant, whose name eludes me at this point in time.
We got a new case while you and Nick were out. Ready to put on the detective hat?
Yes.
The only thing I'm ready for is danger and awesome.
I'm afraid hard-earned caps is all we've got to offer, honey. Anyway, the client is a fisherman who lives on the edge of the Commonwealth. Kenji Nakano.
Nakano? Huh. That name takes me back. My memory's a little fuzzy on the details, though.
Maybe if you bothered writing things down, Nick.
Can't do that. Wouldn't want to put you out of a job.
Huh. I'll remember that the next time you need me to console a hysterical client. Mr. Nakano didn't leave many details. Said he'd go over everything when you meet him. But if you want my guess, missing person case. Guy had a worried look a mile long.
So is the fedora and trench coat mandatory when solving these cases? Because I'm thinking smoking pipe and British accent.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, Gumshoe. The Nakano residence is up in the northeast, near the coast.
Nick didn't like that.
Fishing house. He said that he and his wife will be waiting for you.
It's a long walk. That's how the hard cases always start.
All right. So we're going to grab Nick and we're going to go on to Far Harbor.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Yes, sir.
You interested in traveling together?
Sure, could be fun.
The Atomic Blonde's feeling a little snarky because she found her son, so now she's a little full of herself. So don't mind her.
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
You are a scientific marvel, Monsieur Nick.
Don't worry, sexy. Daddy's gonna come back and grab you. In all the right places. Head to Red Rocket with the other freaks. I'll be meeting you shortly. And we're traveling with Nick.
Let me ask you something.
Alrighty.
Sure. Ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Doesn't really matter. I'm here now. I've just got to deal with that.
Good attitude to have. Not the way I felt. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Massacre of the CPG. What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Was it hard, settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick.
After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Nick is the coolest. He's my second favorite companion besides...
Be careful when you head over to the Nakano residence. That whole area is pretty isolated.
Don't worry, sweet
tits. What the story is between Mr. Nakano and Nick.
I don't know, sweetie, but don't worry. Earl Sterling's disappearance. The client is Vadim. Another disappearing act to unravel. Earl Sterling, 25-year-old bartender at the Dugout Inn. One of the owners, Vadim Bobroff, noticed that Earl hadn't been to work for a few days. Security was called in. No investigation, of course. The Institute took a misty unofficial word about town, like always. Vadim came to my office half drunk with a sob story about how he and Earl went way back and that he just can't believe that Earl would get snatched up by the boogeyman. My gut says he's right. Earl didn't have any enemies, at least none with the motive enough to kill the guy. Not living with anyone either, so I'll have to see if Vadim or someone else at the Dugout Inn has his keys. I'd rather not have to explain to security while I was picking the lock on Earl's door if I slip up and get caught in the act.
The Earl Sterling case. Apparently Earl just up and disappeared one day. No one's seen him since.
I've been meaning to put Earl's case to bed for a while now. You're up for it. So, what's your take on the case, Ellie?
On Earl? Well, he didn't have any enemies, that's for sure. Someone would have to notice you're alive first.
And Earl didn't exactly have the charisma to inspire any crimes of passion. What's that leave us?
I don't know, Nick. It can't be the Institute, right?
I guess we'll just have to see.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing? So that starts that
Nakano
case.
Seemed like a good sort, trying to make the best of things in a tough world. Remind you of anyone?
Oh, yeah. What's this?
The Marty Bullfinch case. Marty was Nick's partner. Emphasis on the was. He must have been some kind of desperate to come to us for help after all this time.
Well, Marty and I never exactly saw eye to eye. Mostly because he was usually passed out on the barroom floor.
Aw, come on, Nick. Think of the good times.
What, when he quit?
Huh? Okay, her dialogue got interrupted. I don't know why, but oh well. So that's another thing. We've already found plenty of Marty's holotapes. But I'll also deal with that at a later time. Right now, I don't want any side distractions. I'm just going to be doing Far Harbor.
Good luck with the case.
Thank you, sweetie. You're chatty today. The mysterious stranger. Yeah, he's talking about how the mysterious stranger has been spotted sporadically across the U.S. for years now. Best case, the man's a moral lunatic. Worst case, a prolific serial killer. All anyone knows is his MO. Appearing suddenly, killing without remorse, disappearing without a word. The stranger has no known accomplices, no clear method for selecting his targets, no calling cards left behind. He does have a son, though, as New Vegas taught us. God, I love New Vegas. Sightings range from the NCR all the way to the East Coast, stretching back decades, and now he's come to the Commonwealth. Well, that's because I got his perk. You get his perk, rumor has it he'll come shoot somebody for you while you struggle to hit them in vats. Last thing this place needs is another psychopath running amok. Time to start putting together the pieces and put this one away. Description: human male. Outfits vary, but most recent sightings describe a large overcoat and fedora. Guy has taste, I'll give him that much. One man, multiple men, a ghoul with minimal scarring, might explain the long passages of time between sightings. Appears and disappears suddenly, suggesting preternatural infiltration abilities, access to advanced cloaking tech. All but earliest descriptions suggest the stranger uses only conventional arms, making infiltration training more likely. Perps like this make me wish the Institute has sprung for thermal detection before giving me the boot. Commonwealth, Capital Wasteland, NCR, old rumors. Shady Sands, really old rumors. So Nick knows about the mysterious stranger, and if the mysterious stranger shows up in battle, Nick will comment on it and become agitated that he couldn't catch him. Alright, so that pretty much wraps that up. So let's get moving on to Far Harbor. The location of the Nakano residence is way up, as
Even
most
good
DLC
people
tends
do
to be.
crazy things when they're scared. That'd be Diamond City's motto.
We got a bit of a trek here, but fortunately for me, now the Nakano residence is up here somewhere. In fact, let me get Far Harbor, which has been available for quite some time now. Alright, there we go. And they're located all the way here. But fortunately for me, I did a lot of Minutemen stuff, so I am near it, so we don't have to do too much walking to get to it. I love Far Harbor. Not as much as Nuka World, but I do love Far Harbor. It's a whole different place to explore, and definitely will add at least 3 to 4 hours to your already 50-hour playthrough of this massive game. A lot of content. Love it. I got the season pass when this game first came out, and I remember being excited, just waiting for the
Rats sticking around here.
being excited for the new DLC to come out. Alright, since they have 11 people here, I'm going to make some beds here real quick. I'm trying to keep my settlements up. Sorry about this. Just give me a second. Alright, just make some they're not picky about the beds, and since these sleeping bags don't take up a lot of room, I just put them in there. And one of the settlers is in my way. Out of the way, dude! Move, crackhead! I'm trying to put a bed down here. Oh, move! Damn fool. Boy, this place is a wreck. Sorry, guys, you're gonna be sleeping on some very dirty... Who just pushed me? This place is overrun. I know, Brahmin, I know. There. That's more than enough beds for now. They ain't got no food. I'm gonna put a Brahmin trough here. If I can remember where the Brahmin trough is at. What would that be under? That would be under... resources? Yeah, here we go. Give them a feed trough. I'm gonna put a scavenging thing here. It doesn't have to be on solid. It can be on the dirt. Alright, and they need water. So I'm gonna plop a few of these down, as there doesn't appear to be a water source anywhere. I hate how this settlement is built. It's kinda... This is a very awkward little settlement area here. Alright, and they need food. I don't know if I have any. Let's see what I got. I kind of stashed away all the Atomic Blonde's food, so I don't have food right now. So they're gonna have to make do for now, because I don't have time to go look for food, but I'll handle that later. But anyway, let's continue on. We're pretty close to the Nakano residence now. I'm happy to be traveling with Nick. He's one of my favorite. Like I said, he's my second favorite besides Kate. We got raiders attacking my dang settlement. The Commonwealth just won't leave me alone. Well, now I can test my Gauss rifle to see if it's any good. I upgraded it to the maximum capacity. So let's see how good it is. It's great. Of course, she's a legendary freaking raider, so I have to waste more precious ammo killing her dumb butt. Fully upgraded. I call this gun the Big Dick, because the Atomic Blonde, well, she's not compensating for anything because she doesn't have them, but you get the point. Look at the size of this gun. Woo! Alright, good. No, Atomic Blonde, put it back. Put it back. Where is it? So having a fully upgraded Gauss rifle is a wonderful thing. And of course, the longer you hold the charge, the more powerful it is. But anyway, let's hopefully now be able to go to this place with no more problems. I'm actually looking forward to leaving the Commonwealth and taking a break from it, to be honest with you. Nick, where you at? Okay, there he is. There's a very specific reason I'm bringing Nick with me here, for those of you who don't know. He has ties in Far Harbor, and I'll just leave it at that. But for those of you who care about story, you definitely want to bring him. And the Atomic Blonde can now drink irradiated water without worrying about taking any radiation damage. As you can see, there's a ghoul. Take him out. Thanks, Nick. Alright. Gauss rifle's always been a favorite of mine. Got ghouls everywhere. Now, due to the Gauss rifle's extreme threshold, even though my AP is good, it still requires a lot of slots. What? I knew I was going to miss that shot. That's why I hesitated. Stupid, dumbass zombies. Alright. Let's get a move on here. Never a dull moment. Wow, this was still quite a walk, and we were halfway there. So imagine how long it would have took if we didn't come all the way out here. Boy, this water looks good. That mod really makes it look pretty. And I only use environment mods, as you guys probably know by now, considering the fact that I have died in this game. I'm not using any cheat mods like I was going to. I decided to play this fair. Only thing I did was boost up my special stats by 10. So I guess that's kind of cheating, but when it comes to my health and perks and stuff, all vanilla. That's why I was struggling at the beginning of the game, but now that I've got my weapons, we shouldn't have any more problems. Here we go.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been at this for hours. Stop. You need sleep.
She's out there, Ray. Someone has her. They could be raiders, or gunners, or God knows what else.
Alright, so it is a missing persons case. I forgot to listen to the radio. I forgot to listen to... Yeah, it's off now. But they're basically... Ellie was just, you know, repeating a message. But anyway, let's figure out what's going on here and get into Far Harbor.
I hope you don't mind. We let ourselves in.
Nick, thank God. You need to get to work right away. She could be hurt. She could be...
Whoa, slow down. Kenji, was it? Why did you go over the details with me and my partner here?
You brought a partner? Good. The more eyes, the better.
So, what's the story with you and Nick?
Nick didn't tell you? Ran with him on one of his cases a few years back, searching for some sort of lost heirloom. He needed a boat. Things didn't end well. We were double-crossed by the client once we had what he was looking for. I still have some lead lodged into my hip.
Right. Yeah, it's starting to come back to me. Sorry things ended sour.
We got out. That's all that mattered. And now you can return the favor by finding my daughter.
We're here to help. Tell us what happened.
It's all thanks to this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No. She would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
I'm not going to ask for money because that's going to piss Nick off. I'm trying to get on his good side. We got plenty of caps anyway.
Do you have any idea where she could have gone?
We know she took one of the boats, but that's all. She could be anywhere.
We'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Don't worry, Kenji. We'll get to the bottom of this. Just sit tight.
Alright, let's get our detective hat on and start looking around.
Project Log, Radiation King Television. Mom says these things actually used to broadcast pictures and sounds back before the war. She also mentioned that some of the ruins of the television studios are still around if you head to the city. Of course, she wasn't too happy when I asked if we could make a trip out there. I'm getting off track. I managed to repair the vacuum tubes and got the power working again, but, well, it's not like there's any working signal for this thing to receive. I'm just going to start stripping this thing for parts moving forward.
Seems like Kasumi was a tinkerer.
Hello? Testing? Project Log. Holotape player. Managed to strip out the parts from this thing and make something that's easier to move around. Granddad always said you need to make a record when you start something. You know, in case you have to go back to it. So, I guess I'm going to start doing that. Maybe I should start with an inventory of all the parts I found?
Kasumi! Your father needs help with the boat.
I'll be right there. Oh, damn. Was I recording that?
Smart girl. We need more intelligent people in the Commonwealth. All we have is super mutants, raiders, gunners, imbecilic settlers who couldn't defend themselves if they had a working army with them. So yeah.
Project log, kitchen mixer. The circuits are still good, but all the mechanical parts are rusted through. Maybe I can...
All right, everyone. I'll be back in a few days. Was there anything else we needed from the city?
Wait, you're going now? No! Wait, Dad, I could come with you.
It is better if I go alone, Kasumi. Do not worry. I have your list.
You don't know what half that list is, Dad. I can help you. Really, I'll be...
I said no. I'm sorry. You're safe here, okay? Just stay put for me.
Okay.
I know you're disappointed, but I won't be long. I love you.
I love you too, Dad.
Aww. He just doesn't want his daughter to be in harm's way. Alright, let's check upstairs. Well, she left these things everywhere. That's convenient.
Project log, lamp. Yep, it's a lamp. Filament plus power equals light. I swear, sometimes I think my parents break these things just to keep me busy.
Let's keep looking. Need to figure out what Kasumi's story was. Why she left.
All we're finding is random logs about her fixing things. This must be the parents' room.
Looks like this is Kasumi's room. Let's see if she left any clues about where she went.
Project log, dreams. Recording what I can remember when I wake up. I keep having the same one. I'm in a white room. People are talking about me like I'm not there, or maybe they just don't care. And then there's this, I don't know, jolt, like a spark of electricity to the back of my head, and then everyone turns to look at me. God, I hope I don't have it again tonight. Project log, radio. Correction, working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... let's go with... Ohm's Law. That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
Alright. I saw a note. Where did I see it? Behind the toolbox here. Let's see. Radio project update. The range on this thing is just terrible. Nothing but static and the occasional crazy thinking. The machine's talking to me. Ugh. I'm going to work on boosting the bandwidth coverage. There's a lot of electronics left in Granddad's boathouse with all the natural... Wait, what's that say? Did I say natural? This handwriting can be hard to read sometimes. Navigation tech he was tinkering with. I bet I could find something that can pick up frequencies from further off. Now, where did I leave my key to the safe?
So Kasumi was spending time in her grandfather's old boathouse? Huh. Sounds like we know where we're heading next.
Indeed, Nick. Let's grill the parents.
Mr. Nakano.
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
Why did your daughter really leave? Your wife said she left on her own, but you said it was kidnappers?
I know it was kidnappers. Kasumi is a smart girl, but she doesn't know how horrible people can be. Not like me and Ray. Why would she just leave her family with no explanation? Someone tricked her. Got her to leave the safety of home. Every minute we aren't looking for my daughter, her life is in jeopardy.
Tell me more about this radio she was fixing.
I've tried to get that damn thing to work over and over again, but there's nothing. I thought she just wanted to strip it for parts or build a toaster out of it, or something. like she usually does. Someone made contact with her, and then they took her. God, what kind of twisted psychopath has my daughter?
Anything more you could tell me about Kasumi? The smallest detail could be important.
I don't know what more to say. She's my little girl, and she doesn't know how dangerous this world is. I never should have let her grandfather teach her how to fix these machines.
Her grandfather? He taught her how to fix the radio?
Ever since she was old enough to walk, yes. Her grandfather had an ear for machines. Kasumi picked up the knack. He passed away recently. He used to scavenge the ruins in the south for parts. I kept telling him he was getting too old.
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, Detective.
Don't rush me, boy. What about you, Mom?
Mrs. Nakano.
I suppose you have questions about my daughter.
You and your husband don't seem to agree about why your daughter left.
We both want to find her. The world out there isn't a place where you want to be alone. But Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make. Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
Tell me about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. Might shine a light on where she's gone.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
You can't hold back information, sweetie. You're lucky I'm not a cop. I'd baton you in the kneecaps.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
It's just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever since Kasumi's grandfather passed away, he was the only one that could really talk to her. Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work together for hours. She started staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
Nothing else right now.
Alright, let's head to the boathouse, see what we can dig up. This must be what Columbo felt like. I could never be a detective. I don't have patience for that crap. I've watched enough Law and Order to know. Is this the boathouse? Ah, here we go. My dear Kasumi, if you ever get locked out of the safe, then the answer is here in the boathouse. Picture where the key is. Love, Granddad. That's a clue. Picture where the key is. Is it in here? Picture where the key is. I like puzzles, so bear with me here. Picture.
Good work. Now, let's see what's in that safe.
Ah, very, very nice. Hey, iProdigy, how you doing? Alright, we got Kasumi's final holotape.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but... God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal, from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synthetic people, made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go to meet these synths. I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from there.
So the daughter takes off by boat, but more importantly, there's a colony of synths up near this Far Harbor. We need a way to get there. Let's go talk to Kenji. He knows the waters better than anyone.
Alright, so that's our segue to get into Far Harbor. One more little conversation here, and we can set sail and get the frick out of here. Far Harbor is a dangerous place, but no more dangerous than the Commonwealth, but it's got some interesting quirks. I particularly like it. I mean, it's not up there with Mothership Zeta or, you know, all of New Vegas's DLC was so excellent. Every single one, and it tied together, ending with Lonesome Road and Ulysses. Far Harbor is just in a class by itself, and if I ever get a chance, I will play it on this channel. I certainly will. Love that game.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I need to ask you an important question. Are you sure your daughter's human?
What kind of question is that? Why are you asking?
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
She's not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Well, I don't think we should say synths are an abomination in front of, Nick.
Maybe your daughter is just confused. Having an identity crisis.
Oh God. Does she even think we're still her parents?
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. Did you find where Kasumi went, Detective?
I think Kasumi took off somewhere up north. Do you know what's up there?
Where specifically? I've been up the coast, almost to where the waters start to freeze, but that's a lot of miles.
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor?
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. You have to go after her. Please, take my other ship on the dock outside. My father's design. It has a guidance system, and it is built for distance.
What can I expect out there, Kenji?
I only made the trip to Far Harbor once, when I was a boy. All I remember is that my father did not want to stay long. Something about the air being bad.
A magic boat ride? Will there be sea monsters?
While I know the seas aren't exactly
That was random.
I am confident that boat can get you there unharmed. At least I hope. I know you haven't asked for payment, and we can't offer much, but here, please take it. I insist. For expenses, if nothing else.
I know my partner here can be a little glib, but we won't rest until we get to the bottom of this. You two have my word.
Please.
All right. Keep your panties on. The Atomic Blonde's got that sarcastic wit. All right, so let's do it. It's finally time. There's some Brotherhood missions in Far Harbor. Now, that's why I wasn't able to complete some of those earlier ones, because sometimes the game puts them in Far Harbor, which I don't understand. I'm going to create a quick save here to be on the safe side. And let's do it. Here we go. Oh, it steers itself. Cool. Nick, are you on the boat? Nick! Nick! I guess we're doing it alone, Atomic Blonde. What else is new? I don't know why these loading screens keep talking about the Rust Devils. They're nothing. I kill them like they're freaking rad roaches at this point. Ooh, it's dark.
Alan. Not visitors.
Mainlanders ain't nothing but trouble.
Oh, there's Nick.
Damn gun down.
Wow, we've only been here 2 seconds and somebody's already got a gun to our face.
Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
We don't need the likes of you. We don't need no freeloaders or more help, Mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. And that means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intentions. So, what's your business here?
What is this place?
Well, in ancient times, this used to be a tourist town. My people have lived here and on the island for generations. But now everyone's crowded onto the docks, just trying to survive another day. We have more than our fair share of problems. You aren't here to add to them, are you?
A young woman from the Commonwealth named Kasumi may have passed through here. Her family hired me to find her.
Some sort of detective, huh? Well, she came through here all right.
At least we know she made it this far.
Damn it. Mariners ain't coming.
Something's coming through the fog!
You, help us defend the town, and I'll answer any questions you have. Take a post at the top of the wall, near the main gate. The hull never lets us down. Now follow me! Be careful on the hull, stranger. Don't fall off!
All right.
I might not be able to rescue you in time.
Now this is the kind of action I'm looking for.
Man the hull! Something's out there.
Hey lady, do you fish a lot?
This ain't a drill.
What is that? Please tell me that was somebody's stomach. Okay. Weapon switching time. Oh, I didn't bring any heavy weapons. That was dumb. Let's see. Yep, this is what I will use right here.
Eyes peeled, everyone.
Nick, what are you doing with a pipe pistol? What are you gonna do?
Open the gate. I've got wounded out here.
You might as well use a BB gun.
Fog. They're coming.
Helpers! Oh God! Defend yourselves!
We got trouble.
All right, our first Far Harbor enemies, the Gulpers, hideous, disgusting abominations that need to die. It reached the hull. See here. Watch where you're throwing those grenades, you buffoons! Amateurs! We got a legendary gulper. Just my luck. Ow! How did it hit me from down there? That's ridiculous. Nice shooting, Atomic Blonde. There we go. Ow! Thanks, Mastech Gaming, appreciate it. Now we got anglers. They're introducing all the new critters. Right when you get to the start of the DLC. Appreciate your support, man. Really do. There we go. Is that all of them?
Clear. All right. Well done, all.
Well, that's one heck of an introduction.
The whole took a battering, to be sure. But she wouldn't be standing at all if it weren't for you. They call me the Mariner, shipwright, handyman, and the only one keeping the harbor afloat. Well, besides Captain Avery.
Lady, you need a bath really bad. You smell like fish.
Town's lucky you're here. You blowing smoke up my sails. Huh. But there is... I don't suppose you'd be willing to lend a hand. In order to do proper repairs, I need tools. Specialized tools. And they won't be easy to come by. 450 caps if you can, though.
Yeah, she is cute, but she's dirty, man. She needs to hit the shower. Not that there are too many showers in the post-apocalyptic wasteland, I suppose.
You've kept the walls together this long. Why do you need special tools now? I want to build the hull up proper. Make it strong. And keep those blasted crabs out. Good. So, I'd be risking my life for only 450 caps? I'm a bit short on caps. But I have old Jay's gun I can give you. Heavens knows, he can't use it anymore.
In my experience, if a girl smells like fish, you need to send her out of the window and tell her to never come back ever again in life.
Sign me up. I'll help. Eagles Cove Tannery. Tools are certain to be there. Now get.
Don't snark at me, Mariner! And use some extra strength degree, then we'll talk. Yeah, you're right. Like I said, I mean, I keep forgetting this is a post-apocalyptic wasteland where resources are scarce and people can barely survive. But I have found bars of soap in my travels across the Commonwealth, and I'm going to start handing them out to NPCs. The Atomic Blonde has been traveling all over the Commonwealth, but look at her. She's not covered in filth. Look at her vault suit. It's spotless. She's maintaining her hygiene as well as her badassery. Alright, so there's a lot to do in Far Harbor, so let's get started.
Avery.
And now you see what we're up against. The fog and the creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. For your help when we needed it. You deserve this.
Ooh, we're getting money.
What's the fog?
Where to begin? The fog's
Oh,
regular,
you are?
right? But there are pockets of it, the deep fog, that are hard fallout. And as deadly as that is, that's only part of the problem.
How you doing, Morpheus, GI?
In the fog. Thrive. You think what attacked the harbor's bad? Oh, there's far worse further inland.
Well, I hope that I've never been to Maine, but I hope they captured it right.
Lost the whole island?
Oh, the fog's been here forever. There are good years when it recedes and the island's almost normal. Then there are times when it spreads all over. People have to cling to any patch of land free of the fog. For the past, 8 years or so, it's been getting as bad as it's ever been. Now, Far Harbor's one of the only places left that's safe.
You didn't miss too much. I just did the intro stuff into Far Harbor. That's all.
If you managed to survive despite all that, you must be tough.
Ornery, more like.
I'm done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those Children of Adam cultists for good.
The fog's been here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the Rat Eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden the stranger with all this nonsense.
Well, I am a main character in the Bethesda game, so I'm sure I'm gonna have to do everything myself. So let's just get to it.
What's the deal with the Children of Adam?
They're religious folk. Worship the power of Adam. Which is radiation, I guess. If you want details, you'd have to find and ask them. We used to have a peace with them until a certain hothead menace named Alan Lee...
Now that's enough. That preacher came into the harbor saying that it was Adam's will that we lost our land. That it was Adam's goddamn will that we lost so many friends and family. And that the Atom would wipe this whole place clean of us.
If it were up to me, you'd hang for what you did to that preacher, Alan.
Yeah, I hope you're doing alright too. I guess humanity will worship anything. So they worship radiation. So I'm gonna start a religion where people worship dust. We're gonna be called the Dust Children. Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen.
What did he do to the preacher?
Alan pulled a gun on him. He claims the preacher reached for his. We don't have police, or really any law. Just custom and popular sentiment. And after everything the preacher said, it was abundantly clear doing anything to Alan would have made matters worse.
I mean, why not? Everybody else is making up their own religions. I want a piece of the pie. Shoot.
Have the children made the fog worse?
Absolutely not. There's not one bit of evidence.
Geiger counters don't lie, Avery. The fog's gotten more lethal year over year. And now the fog's covering the whole island. But only after the children came.
You know as well as I do that's happened before. Sure, people have theories the children are involved, but no one, I mean no one,
the Dust Bunnies. You know what? I just may do this. Look, guys, don't be surprised if you turn on your TV and I'm standing there and I start the religion of the Dust Bunnies, okay? Remember, it started here, okay? So remember that.
Sounds like you should deal with the Children of Adam. Permanently.
I'm not sure that's going to make our job here easier.
The mainlander sees the sense in all this.
I will do everything in my power to keep the peace here. So go, Alan. Sorry for all that. You're here for Kasumi, right? She headed inland to the Synth Refuge, Acadia. Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But, word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
I forgot about Old Longfellow. I like Old Longfellow too. He's a cool guy. If you don't mind the smell of rotting fish ass. But I'm sticking with Nick because Nick has important story business in Far Harbor.
What's Old Longfellow's story?
He's the best hunter on the island. Fearless. Some say crazy. If someone needs
all right, man. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you.
But People around here are known for being stubborn, willful, and other, less flattering things. But Longfellow's got a reputation even among us.
Yeah, I know, right? That would have been cool. Maybe in Fallout 5.
What can you tell me about Acadia?
Ask Longfellow. He's the only one that's been there.
Thanks for the info.
Best place to look for Longfellow's at the bar. The last plank. And, please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie and others need help. And let me say something you might not hear again. Thank you.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Look at those manners from Captain Avery. This Allen guy seems like a piece of work, but I'm not a fan of the Children of Adam because of what they did to me in Fallout 3. No, or was it Fallout 4? No. It was it New Vegas? No, it was this game. It was this game. Yeah, they killed me in this game.
Only Alan's got enough backbone to stand up to the children.
When I first played this game, I ran into a bunch of them and they irradiated me to death.
Sandra?
Talk with Alan.
You know,
I don't have time
it
for
just
you.
don't build itself. I need
Mariner says
proper
the fog's
wood,
alive.
steel,
Can
nails,
hear you.
the light.
So mind
Nobody
what you
asked
say.
you to cobble together that stupid wall. You want yourself commodities? You know how to get them. Caps.
That stupid wall is the only thing that kept you stowaways alive. That
Guns, ammo, and
the
souvenirs. Mainlander? What kept us safe was Harborman and the firepower I sold them. Want supplies? Tell you what. Apply that big old brain of yours to dealing with the real threat. Those Children of Adam whack jobs.
Haven't you fouled up things enough, Alan? And now you mean to make it worse?
They're still alive, aren't they? Figure I got a whole lot more work to do.
No deal. But this isn't the last time.
Sure the hell looks like it to me.
Agreed, Morpheus. I mean, they worship radiation. I mean, what?
You been to the tannery? You find my tools yet?
Can you tell me about the tannery?
A man named Paulie used to camp there. Very handy fellow. Fog rolled in a year back, and he had to pull up his stake. He left the harbor recently, so everything that's there is fair salvage.
I'll find them for you soon.
As I said, it's a dangerous place. Mind yourself.
Lady, I survived the Commonwealth. There's nothing this place can throw at me that I ain't ready for. I hope.
Huh. The Mainlander. Great. You helped us on Mariner's hull, but we didn't need it. This is our island. Our fight. Not yours.
Oh, Alan, you're just a bundle of sunshine.
I am the one who saved all your asses. So yeah.
We've defended this damn dock from crabs and worse for months without you. Yeah, you helped. But we've paid our dues in blood and bullets. The day we rely on outsiders for our security is the day we're as good as dead.
Yeah, that is weird. Maybe some of them, I think, brains are just more rotted than others that bathe in the radiation. It just depends. Now, they claim that some of them can hang out in radiation and it doesn't affect them or something. I don't know. It's all confusing. I don't know. I'll have to check the wiki or something.
I still put myself in harm's way for you. Some gratitude would be nice.
We've had some real pieces of work come through here. You've been, all right so far. Here, for your, help. But there's one exception. That is, if you meant what you said to Avery about the Children of Adam. Anyone willing to put those bastards down, I'll sell my top-shelf ordnance to with a smile.
What's your problem with the Children of Adam?
We should have gunned those bastards down the moment they set foot here. Instead, we let them in. All in secret from wherever they're holed up. They've been feeding the fog. Getting it stronger. Strong enough to push us all out of our homesteads. Further and further until it's a wonder we're not all drowned in the ocean.
You have any proof that they've fed the fog?
Proof? We wait for that and we might as well pull the trigger ourselves. Look, in my daddy's time, the fog was a nuisance. Something you avoided. Now every day it gets stronger. It's like the fires of hell out there. Because of the children.
Show me what you got.
You got it.
Alright, so he's got ammo, and I need ammo. Yeah, I'm surprised more of them just don't straight up turn into ghouls, though. I don't know how that doesn't happen. Alright, I'm gonna try to buy all this ammo. It's going to cost me a lot of caps, but it's alright. What's this? Does double damage if the target is at full health. Not that useful a weapon. We do have automatic radium rifle. I actually already got one of these, and I'm pretty sure it was a glitch because I got it in the Commonwealth, so I don't need that. Bear traps can be useful. Let's see. Flamers are, useless. I had hot wings for breakfast. That was definitely a mistake. Oh my god. But anyway. Let's see. He's got missiles. I don't have a missile launcher though, so that would be a waste of money. Now these are the weapons unique to Far Harbor. Then we got the pole hook, and as you can see, the pole hook actually does a lot of damage. 151 damage, melee damage. That is not bad. Railway spike. Scope lever action rifle, shotgun shell. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. The fish catcher. 40% less action points cost. Although it is powerful, I have all the weapons I will need. And this dude just made a lot of caps off me. Okay, I thought that was supposed to happen. I mean, I thought that was a glitch. That's what I meant to say. Oh, that's good to know. Alright, time to explore the town itself.
Welcome to the bait shop. If you need any odds and ends, I'm your man.
You're not actually going to eat that irradiated fish, are you?
What's your story?
Just a guy trying to make a few caps. Speaking of which, buying anything?
Wow, he just brushed us off. What a condescending jerk.
Let's see what you have.
Of course.
I don't want no fish. He's selling ammo too. Good lord. Oh, have I got some weapons to show you then? Just give me 1 second. Now one thing I do though, I will tell you, is that when I start a DLC, I strip my character down. That's why she's wearing her vault suit right now, because DLCs have a ton of new items, and I cannot stand it when I cannot get a new item because I'm weighed down. So I always strip them down to the vault suit, and I only take about 2 or 3 weapons, so I can't show every weapon that I have, but I did bring some choice morsels with me to help with these annoying enemies in this DLC. Now this is good. This is Recon Marine armor, but it is very expensive. But it is very good. It's very unique, but it is way too much money, and I am not going to buy it. But it is pretty decent, but I don't really need it. Alright, we're good. Look at this crap. Why would I buy that? Alright. So I gave up her pistol. She had her own pistol, which was named after herself. The only gun I brought is my Gus rifle. I'm not going to say the names out loud because of YouTube's policy on swearing, but I'm sure you guys can read. This Gus rifle is completely upgraded. It is beautiful. It is powerful. I love it. I brought this. This is the gun that cripples limbs. This gun is the most important gun that I brought because there are tons of charred ghouls, and I am going to shoot them in the legs so I can take them out. This gun is very, very important for Far Harbor because those ghouls annihilated me last time. And then I also brought the plasma gun, fully upgraded. Absolutely, and it's because of the ghouls. And the toughest enemy in the game is in Far Harbor. I saw a video by I think it might have been Fudge Muppet, some YouTubers who do like Fallout stuff. I love them; they're great. And they said the toughest enemy in the game is in Far Harbor. I like being overpowered because when I first played this game, I died over and over and over again. Now maybe that's because it was on very hard mode, but still, those memories haunt me. So now, I don't play around anymore, man. I don't want to die, especially because I'm doing a live stream. You know, if you die, people leave the stream when you die because, you know, they get upset when you die. So I try to not die during the live stream too much because people get bored when you do that. Alright, so I guess I'll just take the medic perk at this point. Not that I really need it, but what the heck.
Stim packs, fully stacked.
Alright, and I got an autosave, that's good.
Mainlanders don't last long on the island.
I can only imagine what these people smell like.
Brooks is a mainlander too, and a synth. Whatever that is.
He's a synth. You know what? I was going to release a compilation of my funniest moments in Fallout. I've had glitches happen. I've had my character fly into the air. And I do have the footage, but see, the thing is, my channel's small. And if I don't live stream, nobody watches the videos. So, you know, that's kind of where I am right now.
Saw flickering lights by Eden Meadows. Or unnatural.
Okay, he just gave us some information.
You're that mainlander who just got here. Better watch yourself, because this island sees and hears everything. I should know. I watched the island tear down the greatest family that ever set foot in Far Harbor. It's a tale of greed, blood, and vengeance.
Let's call her crazy and see what happens.
You think the island is alive? You're completely crazy.
Oh. You think that now, but by the time you've heard my tale, you might not be so sure.
Yo, she's a jerk sometimes, yo. Did you see the stupid grin on her face? Oh, I love this woman.
Sounds interesting. I'd like to hear it.
I thought you might say that. My family, the Daltons, was the pride of Far Harbor for generations, even back before the war. It was lumber and fishing that made the Daltons rich. But they got greedy, took too much from the island. The island's been getting revenge ever since, killing us off.
Oh, cool, Morpheus. I'll be there, man.
I'm the last Dalton still standing.
I will be there.
But now our story takes an unexpected turn. A mysterious stranger comes to Far Harbor. Someone strong, someone capable. With the stranger's help, the last living Dalton finally has a chance to avenge her bloodline once and for all.
Yeah, Mama Murphy, I like Mama Murphy, though, because she's basically like a drug-fueled psychic. I mean, only Bethesda.
Wait, are you saying that I'm the mysterious stranger who's going to help you avenge your family?
Ah, you're a quick one. Good. You'll need your wits about you, because your part in the story is filled with danger. Now, on to the first chapter in our tale of vengeance. That would be the sad story of freckle-faced Petey. Petey was my cousin. He was a good lad, never caused trouble. He thought all those freckles brought him luck, but, well...
The hell is she talking about?
He was out foraging at the National Park campground when the island sicked some feral ghouls on him. Island's a sneaky bastard when it wants to be. Anyway, he made it back to town, but died from his injuries that night. Of course, those ferals are still out there, waiting to kill the next poor fool who comes along. Damn shame.
Where'd you say these pools were?
National Park Campground. It's pretty much straight west of you.
Go deal with them yourself.
Haven't you been listening to anything I've said? I'm a Dalton. The island knows me. It's just waiting for me to set foot outside that gate. But you're new here. It'll never see you coming.
Those pools are as good as dead.
Good.
She convinced me.
Long past time
Yeah, kinda.
paid for what they did to Petey.
See, my thing is, I watched the Oxhorn video, and when he goes into a new area, he strips his characters down. But his characters are in their underwear. Like he had like a pipe, and his character was in their underwear. He actually sends them in naked. I at least have the decency to give the Atomic Blonde a vault suit. Some people take it to the extreme. But I picked the vault suit because it's the first piece of armor you get, so I feel like it's kind of the default armor. And it offers decent protection unless you're playing on very hard mode, in which case this will be suicide.
The children of Adam are dangerous. Don't trust them.
A lot of people out here could use a hand.
I see, Nick. Look at this poor woman. She might as well just go bald. Why are you holding on to these few strands of pubic hair on your head? These people are sick, man. They need serious help.
You're one of them vault people. Funny suits.
Oh, and another reason I wear the vault suit is because NPCs say things like that, and I think it's hilarious that people mention it.
No one talks to my brother, all right?
Excuse me?
She's crazy.
I see. What's your problem, you little brat?
Bertha?
Get lost. I don't need your charity.
Must resist urge to kill. Oh wait, you can't kill kids anyway. Not that you should. You shouldn't kill children. I do not condone that.
Over by the tourist shop.
Is this her brother?
Well, hello.
What the heck is wrong with him? This place is starting to make me sick. Yeah, man, play any way you want, man.
Loads of trappers.
Do it your way. I mean, look what I did, dude. You see what I made here? You see this woman? I mean, look at her butt. I mean, you see this? Play however you would. I mean, I just completely did whatever I wanted to in this game. You know what I'm saying? So play however makes you happy, man. If you really want a challenge, though, try survival mode. I played this on survival mode, and it was fun, but the only problem I have, my character was hungry every 5 seconds. I had a new ailment. Every 5 seconds, something new was wrong with me.
Bloody short to be sober.
I mean, it was so annoying. Like, I understand it's more realistic, and you're in a post-apocalyptic environment and all that, but still.
Hey, you trying to get us in trouble?
Oh, don't worry, Nick. I've been stealing a long time, player. And it just got tedious.
Burns the belly, but gets the job done. Get it now. Mainlander, today's your lucky day. Free beer for ya. Ha ha!
Oh, wow, you're brave. Oh, cool, we got a free ice-cold beer. I like this guy already. I would be afraid to play the game with that. That would be interesting to see for sure.
You have anything a bit stronger?
Pushing your luck, are ya? Ha! I like it. Take this. Top shelf all around. So, drink up. You stay here over long and the fog will claim you. Might as well meet her with a belly full of fire, eh?
What's so special about the fog on the island?
Can you feel it? Even here, as safe as anyone can be on this damned island. It's alive. You walk inland and it'll blanket you up in no time. And if the clickety-click of the Geiger
cool.
You, the madness will. The island will claim us all in the end.
Okay, so everybody in Far Harbor is crazy. Yeah, I'm not actually a big fan of the railroad personally, so I would be interested to see somebody actually do a railroad run because I've never seen it on YouTube before.
The fog can drive you crazy?
Yes. It's not natural. The trappers you find inland, some were always murderous louts. But many just got lost in the fog for too long. And the mind goes. If you have any sense, return where you came from. And don't look back.
If it's so dangerous, why do you stay?
This is our home. If you call yourself a proper man or woman, you don't give up on that. Besides, we all gotta die. Might as well do it with your long knife deep in the belly of the beast that wronged you. Ha!
Ha! Boy, this guy's a barrel of fun.
Let's see what you have on tap.
Let's get you liquored up then. Ha!
If he says ha one more time, I swear I'm gonna cut his nuts off. Alright, let's see here. He's got Nuka Cherry. I am saving all my Nuka-Cola for Nuka World. There is a specific reason why I am doing this. Nuka World will be one of the last things I do, so we still got a little bit of episodes to go, obviously. But there is a reason that I'm gathering all this Nuka-Cola. Alright. Yeah, I'm doing the Institute this time simply because I think for the sake of the story, I don't know if this mother could betray her son after looking for him so long. So in my mind, I think that blood's thicker than water.
Booze for the belly or bunk for the night?
I'm trying to have a conversation here. Yeah!
Here's some Mitch!
Mitch!
Why did he just bang on the counter like that? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. Let's keep focused.
Like the service, there's the door.
What is wrong with you people in Far Harbor? And why do you all smell like goats?
You want a drink?
Not from you. Wash your hands first. This is a restaurant, ain't it?
What do you have to drink?
All sorts of old world booze. We carry Vim, too. And before you ask, Vim is an Islander favorite. But it may pack more punch than the stuff you're used to.
This woman has made her own moonshine out of Brahmin hair follicles. Don't ask.
I'm ready to order.
You got caps, we got the goods.
Yo, Atomic Blonde, make sure she washed her hands first. Her fingertips smell suspicious. Here's old Longfellow. Unfortunately, I will be traveling with Nick, so old Longfellow will not be my companion. Ooh, what we got here?
Yes.
You've unlocked... Oh, cool! Nice.
Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia?
Heard there was a scuffle out there. You get your hands dirty? I'm done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Can you tell me about Acadia?
Strange folk like they call themselves synths. Seems to me they just want to be left alone, to live their life in peace. They've done some good turns for us islanders. The fog condemned.
Well, I tend to think about lore and stuff like that when I play games, so that's just how my mind is wired. I just try to look at it from a perspective of a normal person, and I just don't see her betraying her son after doing all that, you know? Even if he is technically a bad guy, although that's up for debate, but, you know.
I'm not some no.
Sling a bit of lead on the hull, and now you think you're ready to walk in the fog, do you? Things you'll see inland make that look like a Sunday stroll.
Okay, I don't know why her dialogue got interrupted, but whatever.
Oh yeah? If you don't give a damn about mainlanders, what do you care if I die out there?
Don't care much. But I got better things to do than guide fools to their death.
I helped the harbor out. I figure all of you owe me something, at least.
Well, I suppose there's a bit of truth there. I could get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad-X and the like, and then the real work can begin.
Yeah, that can be hard in a game like this, though, but, you know, I like the challenge of it.
Should I make any other preparations?
Ammo, stim packs, maybe a rocket or 3. Worse than Mirelurks out there.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me.
Alright, so he's going to be kind of our tour guide through Far Harbor, which I think is intelligent, because I don't remember too much about the map. I know it's not as big as the Commonwealth, and I know it's pretty dangerous, but I mean, let's face it, I have enough guns to start a small war, so I'm not too concerned about the enemies here, except for the Fog Crawler and that big giant thing, because it's actually the toughest enemy in the game.
Let's head out of town. Acadia is above the fog mountain. It's a bit of a hike. You might want to take this for the road. Tastes foul as sin, but it'll help.
Mirelurk jerky? Ew.
Mountain trail is where we're. The fog ain't like nothing you've seen in the Commonwealth. Mainlanders think a dose of Radaway is all you need. Tracks. Fresh ones. Trappers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your head down if you want to live.
Yeah. I'll give Bethesda credit. They do give you a lot of content for your money. Like my playthrough of Skyrim I'm doing on this channel, I am pretty sure it's going to take me the rest of the year to beat it. Because I'm doing other games in between. I can probably beat this game pretty swiftly, but not Skyrim. Alright, we got trappers. These are Far Harbor's version of raiders. As you can see, they're not much of a challenge for me. Because my weapons are ridiculous. But let's see what kind of armor they have. Rad-powered metal chest piece. Grants additional strength the higher your rads. That is absolutely useless. He's got a pole hook. Let me see what this is. Okay, coastal armor. So this is our first armor set in the game. Old fisherman's hat. And a pole hook is a very good melee weapon, but I have a better melee weapon that poisons enemies. Alright, so we finally got our first bit of stuff here. So let's put them on. Drop this garbage. And there we go. Now we have better protection. Alright. Sweet.
You're not half bad in the scramble. Figured I'd have to take care of a lot of them. Might just make a proper Far Harbor woman out of you.
She is combat tested.
Get you all turned around. There's something in your brain. Trappers were mean to begin with.
Oh yeah, that's true. See, like if the armor I have in the Commonwealth is better than any armor in Far Harbor, so I would have no reason to wear the Far Harbor armor. So that's why I don't wear armor in here. And we're already running into ghouls. These things are a problem here. Like, seriously. We got a sleeping ghoul. Always aim for the legs so they can't hit you. Nice, we got a decent haul there. Alright, where did he go? Yo, Longfellow. Okay, he waits for you. That's cool.
Here's the mountain trail. We stick to this and we'll make it to Acadia. Game trails crisscross the road, so don't be surprised if we got local wildlife to deal with.
Alright, we got wolves. Not too much of a problem. Yeah, I like the variety of armor in this game. Oh wait, this actually might be useful. Let's see what this does. 20% chance to cripple the target's leg. Oh yeah, I think this game, although I know I keep preaching about New Vegas, but New Vegas is my favorite Fallout game and one of my favorite games of all time. So I talk about it a lot, but I love the customizing in this game. Like, this has a recon scope. What the freak was that?
They usually stick to the deep fog. Best we steer clear.
That thing sounded like Godzilla. Oh boy. Now I'm getting nervous.
When I was a young lad, no higher than your knee, the whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled, but they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before.
Old Longfellow makes a pretty decent companion too in the game, but like I said, I'm sticking with Nick because he has storyline in this DLC, which I thought was a very nice touch on Bethesda's part. Okay, we got some Mirelurks here, nothing unfamiliar. Whoa! It got killed by... Oh, the Gulpers are fast. Holy crap. Oh, they're fighting each other. Great. Let me just lob a grenade at them. Lovely. Lovely. Oh yeah, oh yeah. New Vegas didn't hold your hand. That game is punishingly hard on higher difficulties. Now I'll admit, on normal or easy, you know, whatever, it's nothing. But play that game on hard and higher, I'm telling you, it is unforgivingly brutal. I love New Vegas, and if I ever get my hands on it, I will play it on this channel for sure. I love New Vegas. It is high on my list of favorite games of all time. It's the best one. More ghouls. And this one is my second favorite. And the reason it's my second favorite, some might say is a stupid reason, but this is my second favorite Fallout simply because it has little to no glitches, yes. Or should I say, game-breaking glitches. Because Fallout 3 and New Vegas had glitches galore. Frame rate, game freezes. Oh man, I couldn't complete some quests. I've never had a problem in this game with those things. If Fallout 3 hadn't been such a glitchy mess, it would be my second favorite. But the glitches, and New Vegas, the glitches were just out of control. Like, I couldn't even beat Lonesome Road for like several months because the frame rate would drop. And it wasn't my PS3. I had that thing hooked up. Because I tinker a lot. And every other game I had worked just fine. But those games, man, they were so glitchy. This game is smooth. What the? Who are you? You smell funny.
Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rad-worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about books?
Yeah, hey, what up, Frank?
Faith shield you against those too?
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers. Started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
What's Acadia done to make you distrust them?
They supply Far Harbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog. You'd do well to avoid such creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
Wow, that's violent. I like to give people a chance to talk before I blow their heads off, at least.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell you. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog. A land Adam has claimed for his children. And you may join our family if he deems you worthy.
Yeah, Frank's been following my channel for a long time now. He's held on, bless his heart. He's been here for a long time.
Worthy? What do I have to do to join?
There is a ritual his children must perform. If you succeed, you will be rewarded with entrance into our family.
Suppose I've got nothing better to do.
Huh. Adam usually prefers those with a bit more...
Wait a minute.
But nonetheless, if you wish to test his favor, seek the nucleus.
I did not mean to do that.
I'm with a fanatic. Let's move on.
Okay, I think I might have accidentally told this lady I wanted to join the Children of Adam. I did not mean to do that. There's no way I'm joining those freak shows. The Atomic Blonde likes her hair. Oh, I appreciate that, Morpheus. This channel needs all the help it can get. Alright, we have arrived at Arcadia.
We've arrived. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. If you need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
Leaving already? Don't you want to see what happens next?
You saying you want me to stick around and watch your back?
Actually, is it just me or does the Atomic Blonde look psychotic with that hat on? Don't she look a little crazy? What the freak happened to my baby?
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right. But I'm serious about the offer. If you ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together, I could think of worse things to do.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to play RE5. Oh yeah, Let's see, what time is it? I suppose I could do it after I'm done with this then. Because I won't have time to do it later because WrestleMania is going to be at 7 and I'm watching that, so... So this is Arcadia, where Kasumi is supposed to be. Alright, I just got a new follower. So you're going to see a big black bar show up on the screen there because for some reason PlayStation doesn't show stuff. But yeah. Alright, here we are. Looks like all the doors are locked. That's a bad sign.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes.
Alright, Morpheus, thanks, man.
As long as you welcome us.
Well, in that case, I want a Nuka-Cola, some stim packs, Kasumi Nakano returned to her family, and, a pony?
I see. I'm afraid some of those things I'm not in a position to give. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Alright, man. Good luck on your channel.
Is this a joke? Do you really know, Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Nick, is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
How am I supposed to know? I never even met this girl.
Why are you asking?
Because she came here with that very question. And the answer changes every part of her world. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
What? No, she's not a synth.
No. But if I squint real hard in the mirror, sometimes I look like someone else.
I'm afraid when I try that trick, nothing really changes. I know it might seem impossible that you could be a synth, but tell me, what's the first thing you can remember?
Is he playing mind games with me?
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
Wow. There is a conspiracy theory that you're playing as a synth, but that... I'm not even going to get into that nonsense.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi. She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
Oh no, I'm not telling them I'm with the Institute. I'm not telling them I'm in the... You know what? Let's see what happens if I tell them I'm in the Brotherhood.
I'm in the Brotherhood of Steel, and we have plenty to say about synths. How dangerous they are.
We're not dangerous. Those who've used us, tried to replace humans with my kind, they're dangerous. All we want is to live in peace, on our own. See for yourself. Walk through Acadia. Talk to my people. We aren't a threat to anyone.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin Fire Harbor for myself, so I'll give Arcadia a chance for now.
All right. I'll reserve judgment for now.
Thank you. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Why would Valentine dislike that? That doesn't make sense.
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough. Was there anything else?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
So we have a community of synths here, which is something. I don't know if these guys are going to talk, but I'm going to end this episode here, and when we come back to Fire Harbor, we'll start exploring, talk to Kasumi, and see what the freak is going on here. Yo, Frank, I'm gonna try to see if I can get Resident Evil 5 to download, because I have a lot of things on my PS4 right now, and it normally takes it a while to download. I'm gonna hit you up on a message on PSN when it's ready, alright? I'm gonna try to download it. Yeah, I'm gonna download it now, and when it's done, I'm gonna hit you up on PSN and let you know. So whenever it's ready, I'll let you know. All right. If I'm having trouble downloading it, because I have Horizon Zero Dawn,
keeping up with repairs before all this nonsense with the Atom lunatics.
Fallout, Skyrim, and a bunch of other games out right
It's
now.
not them. I'm concerned about you, Dima. You can't solve all the world's problems. Certainly not all at once.
Dearest
All right.
Faraday, relax. All will be fine.
Alright, so that ends this episode. I'm going to attempt to download Resident Evil 5, do a little online gaming here. See you guys in the next episode. Godspeed.